Just say it. Moderation is a trap, a beautifully packaged, Pinterest-worthy trap. And if you've tried to cut back more times than you can count, yeah, me too. And it never worked, not once. In this video, I'm going to tell you the real reason that smart, high-functioning women fail at moderation and the exact moment I realized that cutting back was never going to save me. No rock bottom, no drama, just the truth you've probably been avoiding. By the way, if you ever want personalized help getting off this hamster wheel, I've linked my quiz and my community below. But let's get to it. I spent years creating rules. Weekends only, only out with friends, never drink at home, only after 5:30, only 2 drinks, only red wine, no wine on an empty stomach, drink water between every glass. And every single one of those rules got bent, broken, or rewritten, depending on the day, the mood, or the excuse. And here's the part that nobody talks about. Those rules weren't helping me drink less. They were helping me justify drinking more. So let me take you to that exact moment that I realized moderation wasn't helping me take control. It was the thing keeping me stuck. I remember this night so clearly, not because anything dramatic happened, but because absolutely nothing did. No DUI, no screaming match, no broken wine glass, just me in my kitchen staring at another empty bottle of wine that I swore I wasn't going to open. And I had this tiny, annoying little voice whispering, "You said just 2 glasses." And the louder, more familiar voice said, "Okay, we'll do better tomorrow." That was my life. Perform at a high level all day, hit on all cylinders, negotiate with myself all night. Moderation became my full-time side hustle, a spreadsheet of rules, a mental gymnastics routine that nobody was applauding. And here's the part that finally punched me in the gut. Every rule that I created was just another way to keep drinking. I wasn't moderating. I was managing my guilt. That realization that moderation wasn't helping me drink less, it was just helping me hide from myself. That was the breaking point. And it was quiet, it was inconvenient, and it was honest. Here's what nobody tells you. Moderation sounds adult, responsible, sophisticated, like a woman who's got her life together. But in reality, moderation is just a slower version of the same problem. It's the illusion of control. It's diet culture in a wine glass. It's the mental load of 47 unwritten rules that never solve the actual problem. And this is the part that only smart women understand. You can follow rules all day long in every other area of your life. But this one slips through your fingers no matter how disciplined you are. Not because you're weak and not because you're broken, but because moderation requires you to negotiate with the very thing you're trying to get away from. You can't outrun your triggers while holding your hand. Moderation fails because it forces your prefrontal cortex, the decision maker, the willpower center, to work overtime. And guess which part of your brain goes offline first when you're stressed, tired, lonely, annoyed, or even hungry? Yep, that one. So you're trying to cut back using the part of your brain that's the least reliable when you need it most. That's why your 1 glass turns into 3. That's why your 5 p.m. rule feels optional by 7. That's why your determination at 9 a.m. crumbles by 8 p.m. This isn't a moral failure. It's neuroscience. And here's where everything clicked for me. You will never out-discipline an identity that still thinks you're a drinker. If you still see alcohol as part of your personality, if you still tell yourself, "I just need to get better at controlling it," if you still believe moderation is virtuous, then you're forcing your identity and your behavior to fight every single night. The reason moderation, listen to this, the reason moderation feels impossible is because it keeps you tethered to a version of yourself that you've outgrown. You're not failing moderation. Moderation is failing you. What actually worked for me, what flipped that switch for good, was the one thing that I had been avoiding for years: deciding, not trying, not negotiating, not cutting back, deciding once and for all. Deciding I was done with the mental load, done with the bargaining, done with being half awake in my own life, done with giving this tiny temporary substance so much authority. When I stopped moderating and just went alcohol free, everything became so much simpler. No more rules, no more drama, no more wondering if tonight was going to be the night that I'd break my promise again. All that stopped. Freedom isn't found in control. Freedom is found in removal when alcohol is a non-issue. It's not in your life. Alcohol free, the 100% solution. No negotiating. Just decide. No more. I'm someone who simply doesn't drink. It's possible. So if you're stuck in the moderation cycle, the rules, the guilt, the mental gymnastics, I want you to start by taking my free quiz that simply identifies what your drinking pattern actually reveals for you. I'll link it below. And if you want daily accountability, tools, and support, join my happy hour community. It's not just a feel good group. You don't have to do this alone, and you definitely don't have to wait for some rock bottom. You just have to decide you're done with the trap.